So I've been in Amazon private label for about 2 years now. I wish someone would have told me that Amazon's a legitimate jungle. One of the most difficult things to do is to come in and launch a product, especially against a lot of established sellers. So I'm going to reveal to you a lot of the things that I learned over the past 2 years and how it can help you through your journey as becoming a private label seller. But yeah, I mean, after doing this for 2 years, it's amazing how powerful of an opportunity Amazon is in order to accumulate wealth. It is an amazing vehicle. I have sold thousands and thousands and thousands of products and touched thousands of people's lives through my marketing, my branding, my inserts, and my product itself. I never had to ship one product. I have unlimited possibilities to scale. It's just a matter of improving the product, continuing to rank the page. It's been such an awesome journey, and I encourage anyone who's on the fence to make that leap. It's not easy. It takes years. Realistically, we're looking at a launch time frame of 1 to 3 months of product development, and then you're looking at 2 or 3 months of getting that product manufactured, shipped over, and getting that product launched. And then from there, it's going to take you 3 to 6 months to get that product established on the page and get it profitable. So this is a long journey, and if you don't have the capital and you don't have the ability to weather the storm, I would definitely take a second guess at that exploring this option. But if you do, it is such a rewarding experience, and the feeling you get, especially when you first start selling and seeing these packages go out and these customers and refreshing your seller's central feed and seeing those orange bars go up, and as you optimize, it's a beautiful feeling. It would be awesome for you to experience that as well. But enough with the talk about me. I want to kind of jump in and give a real life example of if I was just starting out, how I would look at a specific niche and how I'd break things down and start getting some information and getting my game plan down. You're probably watching this because you're wanting to get into private label, you're looking through different products, you don't know where to start. My goal here is to help clarify and help you understand more about Amazon private label and help you get started in that journey. So there's a lot of ways to scale and get your private label brand or get your product to the top of the rankings and get to that first page status. And it still is very, very possible, but there's a lot of important details that you don't want to overlook. Things that are so important come from the very beginning. A lot of people want to just source a product and throw it up as quickly as possible. What that ends up happening is you're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars trying to market a product that isn't unique. I've done it before, and I thought, oh, I'm better than that. I can market from a different angle. I can position myself in better ways. I've lost thousands and thousands of dollars doing that. Luckily, with this Amazon business, you just need to hit one time, and you get such an amazing cash flow from these single products that you're able to offset these losses, and you'll be able to continue down the journey. But that being said, a lot of these mistakes I could have easily overcome if I just taken my time, the part that most people don't like to do, which is product research, product development, building a moat around that product. There's a lot of things that we can do to make sure that we're launching with the cards stacked in our favor. The last thing we want to do is spend hours and hours of our time, super frustrating, getting that product up, doing all the marketing, and you find out that the product sucks and you're getting bad reviews. It's hard to get an angle and you're spending a ton of money on your PPC and you can't get conversions. I would say almost 90% of Amazon seller problems could be resolved by spending a little bit more time during this phase of the product research. That's one of the biggest problems, is getting the information in the first place and understanding, hey, what is the good product? How do I angle this? How do I improve this product to position myself properly? Finding that source of information. So looking forward to sharing a little bit more about my analysis of a few products in the market, how I would go through that process myself, differentiate the product, improve the product, and be able to launch into a market where I'm going to be able to compete even if I don't have 1,000, 5,000 reviews. A lot of these Amazon gurus out here are saying, oh, 1,000 reviews, 2,000 reviews, let's focus for 200, 300 reviews. In my opinion, it's just a bunch of bogus. A lot of these old niches, there's a lot of opportunity to come in and there's a lot of opportunity to take market share. But that being said, you need to look at a lot of different things like, what's the sales volume going on in here? We have enough capital to invest into a private label brand. And that was one of the mistakes I made when I first started. But I wanted to launch 3 products at once. I didn't take enough time, in my opinion, to do that product research. I took a look here into garage hooks niche. I want you to ask yourself, which product do you think is selling more? Which color scheme do you align with more? And why do you think they're selling more? If you look here, they're the same product. There's nothing unique about them. By the way, that's a great opportunity to come in and create something unique, create some sort of unique aspect to the product, maybe a different material, or even including some sort of unique add-on, and coming in and being able to market yourself at a premium. You can see here that these sellers are using some psychology, including the pack size inside their image. So it says a 12 pack here, which actually doesn't generally comply with Amazon's terms, but it's something that a lot of sellers do, and they seem to not punish any of them. They're doing this because as you're scrolling through, that number you zoom into, they have this image, and they have the image with the 12, and they compare it with their competitors, they're going to see which one's going to convert more, who's going to click through. And once you click through, now it's the positioning for the rest of your listing to convert that customer. But one of the most important aspects is just getting that click. So it seems that these 12 here is actually doing a lot of work, as well as positioning the aesthetic of all the different part in a specific manner that's attractive to your brain. You can see that the best seller is actually making one of the parts, although there's 12, is making it huge. When you're as a buyer and a consumer, then your initial thought is, I want to click through here and see what's going on, and it's a great way to capture more customers. So this is going on to the point where, okay, if I wanted to launch in this niche, sure, I could just launch the same product and I could do the same thing, and I could go create this marketing and then create iterations and start testing my product images and just fighting in that manner. But why not innovate? Why not create something unique that you're going to be able to provide some sort of way that the consumer can see this image, is going to instantly know, hey, this product is a premium, this product is superior in some manner, there's some unique mechanism about this product besides just surface level color marketing schemes. Because these work when everyone has the same image and the same product. I guarantee you, if I came in here and had something innovative, it doesn't matter how much marketing gimmicks they do. To an extent, yes, they're going to maintain market share, but if I can innovate and create a better product, I will over time take the market share. For sure. So a lot of people, when they launch, their initial thought is, why do I have bad rankings? Why is it so hard to rank my product? It's actually a lot deeper than that, and it goes into exactly what I'm saying. It's so important to do sourcing because you have a ripple effect of dominoes. I have bad sourcing. I'm going to have a high-priced product that can't compete in the marketplace. Now when I run ads on it, I'm not going to get a great conversion, and I'm going to have expensive ad campaign, and then from there, my rankings are going to be crap. People wonder why. Well, that's why it's so vital and important to really spend your time going through and finding a product that is unique, that you can create some sort of moat around ideally and differentiate as you move in and start competing in Amazon space. Initially speaking, this is not a niche I would even recommend to go into just because of the price point, $6.99. You can see that it's a very, very cheap item. Another example is this birthday sash niche. You can see here that the leading seller has birthday sash priced at $6.99. It has a 25,000 search volume. They're currently winning the bidding because of, one, their pricing, and the only reason they're able to achieve that pricing is because they have amazing sourcing. They're generating around $20,000 from this keyword alone per month, which is absurd. Although this isn't a niche that I would recommend in a million years a novice move into, I would like you to take notice of these numbers, and if you are able to find a niche that is suitable to you, there is so much potential within Amazon alone can be utilized and it can be taken advantage of. And going down this journey is amazing because you can really change your life. You can go from your 9 to 5 and through a very difficult transition of keeping your cash flow going and spending money and reinvesting over the course of 6 months, a year. You're really able to transform your life and get your financial freedom, which is so powerful. There's tons and tons of wannabe sellers, these guys that come into Amazon and get some random product and they complain that it's so hard and they can't make any money. Well, it's because if you want to make money in this market, you need to be innovative, you need to provide something unique, and you need to be able to deliver value to your customers. It really is that simple. And sometimes it is very difficult. Selling in niches with 20, 30,000 reviews, would not recommend that as well, but I would not be intimidated by 1,000 reviews. If I could find a niche where I know I could deliver a better product and I know that my marketing acumen is far superior than my fellow competitors, I would certainly launch to a niche with 1,000 reviews, and that's what I did personally, and it's going to pay off because there's such a larger amount of sales volume going in on a monthly basis. I believe mine's around $2 million, and even if I take 10% of the market share on Amazon, I'll be making 200 grand a month in revenue. My margins are almost 30 to 40%, so we'll be looking at around $60,000 in profit a month, which would be nice for one product. We can take a look at the shower hose niche as well. You can see here that these guys have a very small amount of reviews, but they're ranking #1 for the niche, and that's because, one, they have the best sourcing and pricing. Again, I would not recommend going in this niche, but it's a great example to look at different ways to differentiate. Although they didn't improve the product, they included an add-on that's enticing to their customer. Now the customer is clicking through, okay, not only do they have a cheaper price, but they also have an add-on. It's a great, easy way to add something into your product. But the problem with this is any other Chinese seller or any seller for any nation for that matter can simply just copy you. We want to really create something that is long-lasting, that isn't easily copyable, and you can build some sort of trademark or patent to really protect your product, and that way you can establish a corner in the market and leave your staple. You could have a unique design on this hose. You could have a a hexagonal hose. You could put a patent on the hexagonal hose. And now when people are searching, there's a completely different hose. You can see here that these other sellers are able to compete, so it's a good sign. But that being said, they're also selling for a very cheap price. Personally, I don't like to look for products under $20 and preferably under $30. Make sure the product is not including batteries and a lot of hazardous materials just because it's a pain. I know a lot of other sellers do go into that specifically because there's less competitive market share. So everyone's product picking is going to be unique in that matter. It's a very personal decision when you're deciding on a product. So it's important to take into account what your risk factors are, how much capital you have to deploy, really understand the product. But as you can see with the hoses, they're competing with 70 reviews versus 20,000 reviews, and they're probably getting pretty decent conversion just based off of the ad price. So the main takeaway from these different products is if you sell the best product, you're going to take the lion's share and you're going to make the most profit. You're going to have the least headaches. You're not going to have to worry about your inventory sitting too long. It's going to be the easiest to market. It's going to be the easiest to increase your conversions. It's going to be the easiest to get 5-star reviews. There's just so much wins that come from the product. For my 2 years of Amazon, the biggest thing that I can preach and that I can talk about is the ability to take your time, take a step back. I know we want to get to market, we want to sell this product, but really take a step back. And if you're already selling, that's okay too. We can take a step back as well, and we can start the process of improving that product, so that way we can make a new iteration and we can then start selling the hoses V2 or whatever niche you're in. If you want to start selling on Amazon, there's tons and tons of roadblocks, and being a solo entrepreneur myself, I understand how lonely it gets and how difficult it is to filter through all that information. Overcoming all these challenges and adversities is part of the game and part of what makes this fun, but it's much easier when you have someone that is there to assist you. If you have a simple question, leave it in the comments. I'm very happy to answer it for you. And if that's not enough, I actually have an Amazon marketing agency where we help A to Z between finding the product, sourcing the product, negotiating with China, coming up with unique ideas, running multiple split tests, running ad campaigns, logistics. There's so much that's involved into this business. And as I've run my own brand for about 1.5 years now, I understand what I did wrong, where I spent the money in the wrong places. And for me, it brings me a lot of fulfillment to help other entrepreneurs out as well, help other people down the road. And there's nothing better than seeing a client get success and make it in this world and navigate the jungle. So if that's something that appeals to you, you can click the link in my bio. Also, don't forget to click the notifications button and subscribe. Going to continue to keep delivering and shipping you value. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next time.